Eating, trying to find the
We
grades.
can get the tiny soda. We can get the tiny soda.
Yeah. Hold on, man. Go King Wrong, King of Israel, dude. Bless him. Listen, man. I have extra obligations, which would be like track and field points of period, meaning like my sponsor points. So I'm gonna make this short, quick, and to the point. All right. If you've ever fought the system and you lost, okay, I'm gonna tell you why you lost. It's hard to win or beat the system if you don't know what you're fighting. You're not gonna beat the system because God is over the system. I dealt with the system. I beat the system because I became what God asked me. And the system attacked me, and so I returned in this area of function and I attacked back. I won when it came down to the area to fight itself or the battle itself. I won. Okay? Now, the thing about being in position or moving within position is dealing with people. Like, I was the General Armies in training for X amount of time. I finished up training and then became the General Armies within the United States of America. So I became that function. So my phone, anything got to do with me at all, the CIA, FBI, you name Homeland Security, you know, I was at the continent, all kinds of shit, you know what I'm saying? Right? And so they watch everything I say, everything I do, how I move, all of the above, right? Now, the biggest thing here is what you call understanding. I was attacked, so I did not attack the U.S. When they attacked me, I became the U.S. They became a syndicate, a terrorist group type of function. That's what it became, right? When I won, I also at the same time came out of General Army in training and became full General Armies. So when I became General Armies, functioning on the sequence, mission came into the area for the mission was Almighty God, hold on, and King Wrong, King of Israel, trying. That's how they got it. Right? So the mission point. Once I finished up all those particular points and those particular sequences, that's when they came, basically tried to jump within that particular point. Shift their point, we position those orders, and what they did was they got family, friends, you name it, to come in and basically attack me. Some was puppeteering points, some was like volunteer areas, some people literally fought their ass off and, you know, would not do what they asked them to do. Some of them, it cost them their life. They're not here to do. In some cases, yeah, I kind of get frustrated because dealing with the people side of things, it's kind of like saying you took the real ones and you left these fake motherfuckers here with you that ain't even standing in business and ain't no shit. You know, which is very frustrating at times. During the process, I shifted through, moved through, and sealed off the Islamic function as well. So then we became the Byzantine people, God and Son, living over, you know, outside the country. Upon completing these particular area promotions, everything became functionally sequenced inside. They got mad because I completed it. They got mad because I took their power, I took their influence, I took their money. The money side of things was an order. The power they gave up because of things that they were doing. The influence they gave up because of the things that they were doing. The money the point of the area was that we had to go get it and shift it and put it somewhere else because of particular areas had fallen within particular areas. To a certain degree, the United States of America had failed. And we were like the last line of defense type of situation. So the U.S. itself attacked me. I became the United States of America, which is Byzantine whole. That's why all this stuff comes. I go look at the orders, I see the orders, start tracing stuff down. When I trace everything down, it goes to 9/11. Once it goes to 9/11, trace that down, find within celestial order, functionality, and sequence. It was because they were basically trying to hurt or kill me. That area, that was a collective point, including the United States of America. It's a particular security protocol point that we're fighting. We get through those particular points. We shift through the order. I run. I get to Puma for I get the contract. I'm told Puma is doing because of racial points and I'm running these times. I don't know what the particular point is. That means to me what's true or not. We get to the points of the areas. I come back. I get so I get the particular point of the area with the contract before it, so I move on. So, it takes a fly to really, deal with, so much of what you would call, and so that's what we are. But when it came down to the area, that's where the fight came. So I wound up winning the fight, overcoming the point, winning the war, overcoming the point, and then truth came out about others in their particular functions. Meaning, like, family ain't really family. Friends ain't really friends. Puppeteering, mess with everything. They didn't want to give me my money. They didn't want to give me my other particular points of areas of functionality and system out here. And so it continued within those particular areas. After I seen the orders, checked the orders, resent the orders, traced down where it came from. Once I traced down where it came from, everything shifted into this new order, and everything shifted into this new orders. All those areas got rescinded. Then we found out where it came from, where the reason for everything within this order. We found out where those particular points of everything that came from that was from that particular point on, that should have been the end of the whole function. It wasn't. They continued with this particular area of motion, and then it became a particular area of God's return, the great reset, and for the 4,000 functionality systems. We come to this particular area, we shift the order, everything's good. So that's everything in a nutshell. That's the degree component. We say it's everything in our particular area of motion. Again, we salute you all, again, peace and love. Now, if I told you, go to sports and entertainment, leave everything else alone. If you continue in anything, and something happened to you, that's your fault. All y'all got right now is sports and entertainment. Look, I'm within the area of the Royal Point, so I can go back and forth. Y'all can't do nothing but stay over there, build over there, operate over there. Y'all can't go back and forth. I go from the Royal Point to over there where y'all get, and back to the Royal Point. I don't do that often. I don't do that. But when they come down to the area at the same time, y'all gotta be over there. Y'all got a man over there. Y'all gotta stand in trouble over there. Y'all gotta build over there. And always be above what you want to do over there. So, and explain that. And we understand what it is. Right? So you move and you do anything outside of this, I'm gonna create a protected place, a serenity point area. This is the last thing that I'm gonna communicate. We're gonna move on. At this particular time, we shift through those particular points. As we shift through those particular points, a guard point comes in. It sets this particular area parameter. The setup area comes in and sets up the whole functionality of the new system. Inside the particular area of the guard system. The old system dead, it's out there, it's gone, it's been hurting people, it's dead. So it's so bad that we're not even allowing them back back into the particular points, cutting them completely out and running everything from all the particular side. Okay? That's how bad it is. So if you continue to go and build in these particular points, you operate through those particular areas, seeking out through these particular form, functionality, areas, motion, come through those particular areas. Everybody got their orders. We went to this particular point. Let's flip. And this is where I say, may the grace of God be with you all. May the grace of Jesus Christ be with you all. Everything connected to the points is good, not the way. Again, let's see what you all, again. At this time, I am eligible to actually have a money, operate with my money when it comes down to this particular point. I ain't lie about any of the communication points in this particular segregation of this apparatus of the functionality of the systematic function. Again, I'm going to go this route one time. Who you with? What unit you with? Have you been specially selected? If you have not been specially selected, you're not with a certain unit, you're not in the military, and you don't know what's going on. If you fix your mouth and your mind to look at things like it's a lie, and something happens to you and anybody with you because it's something you said or you communicated, you're on your own. I'm gonna set a protection point. That's it, peace and love and serenity. You see what you all tell my people, blessings from the family. I am Walmart getting ready to go. I came to return the phone. They said it's supposed to be like 14 days. I should have came back yesterday. I even took this evening. I didn't really feel like pushing particular parameters of the area to move forward with the area once so we don't move on. When it comes down to these particular things, to my kids, school has started for some of y'all college is coming up next, and so we got a lot going on, right? I actually got a lot going on. So if I am not at your games, please do your thing. My apologies if I'm not there. It's all of y'all are not in the same state and games happen at the same time. Okay? So I got to figure some things out, moving in a couple different areas, operating in a couple different areas. Okay? So that's what we are. Right?
And when it's
so
like
other than that, everything else is situated. I did say we deal with Puma with Ferrari Trinidad functional sequence. I guess they want to call it an upgrade or something like that because they want Ferrari by itself. I don't know, we'll figure that out later. But that's the particular point. Right. So do your thing, stay focused, stay grounded, make sure you're making A's and B's. Please stay away from the C's and D's. It's hard to make your GPA go up. So once you get an F on your particular point of your areas, it's hard to get that GPA back up. A's are like 4 points within a particular point. So when you miss that, you got to retake the class unless you get an A in that class, then you're still going to be down some points. So understand that move in the words, these particular sequences. That was just a vague communication between the areas, more extensive points. Shouldn't have to go too much further than that. You know, everything else should be taken care of. Please make sure they get monthly care packages and different things of that nature of what they want. Don't just get everybody the same thing because I wouldn't want the same thing. So other than that, just look, peace and love and serenity. Stay out the way, stay out the trouble, continue to grow, continue to build. This is your food, y'all. Anyway, to do.